Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from any part of the world that you're listening from. And welcome to Career Stories podcast with Ibilola. Yes, my name is Ibilola, and I'm excited I'm doing this today. I have a very special guest in the house. Yay! Okay, but before then, let me give you an intro into what we do, because if this is your first time listening to us or watching this podcast, basically what we come here to share is career stories of immigrants, people that left their home country to a host country, and how they're navigating their career paths, where they are. It's easy for some, it's rosy for some, it's difficult for some. But what I've realized is that there are several things in between all these stories that we don't get to hear. And I also realized that there's a lot of misconception, there's a lot of wrong communication, assumptions out there. So why not let's come together as individuals and share our stories, and who knows who is going to learn. We will learn. I personally will learn, and I'm sure that you would learn. And if peradventure you're planning to move to a particular country, maybe you have one or two things to pick up as your toes. So like I said, I have a very fantastic guest today. Wow, she's my friend from way back, from the university days, and we are just like, I'm just excited because when we connected a few days or weeks ago and we started gisting about this, it just felt like, wow, she is the person. Oh, I just mentioned that name. Sorry, hope you guys didn't hear. I was like, no, we need her to come and share our story. We need her to come and talk about our story. So welcome with me, Sheyi, my sweet friend. I'm going to allow her to introduce herself. So Sheyi, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay. Thank you for having me here, Ibilola. It's been a long time, right? And thank God I'm glad that we reconnected. Of course, we reconnected quite a while. I mean, like few years ago, but I mean, we touched base again. And so my name is Oluwaseyi. Some people call me Sheyi Fumi, like Oluwaseyi Fumi Dairo. I'm a mom of 3. What else? Okay, I'm based in Canada. And I work as a business consultant. I think I don't want to go, deep into that, so that when we start our discussion,
She said she's a mom of 3. She doesn't look like it, so you guys should not be deceived. I don't know how you're winging it, but you're doing it well. You're doing a fantastic job, because the 2 in my house, oh my God. And she's a mom of boys, 3 boys.
Yeah, well 3 boys, 3 soldiers.
Okay, so let's go into the art of our conversation today. When did you move to Canada, Sheyi, and what is your current job? I know you mentioned it, but you might just want to bring it up again. When did you move to Canada, and what do you currently do?
Okay, so I moved to Canada 2018, September 2018. Currently I work as a business consultant, but I major in business analysis. And I say business consultant because as a consultant, you kind of vary in different roles. So business analysis, or business analyst, project manager, product owner, like various roles within that business transformation. What's it called now? Folder. Let me just put it. I'm trying to look for the right word, but let me just put it out. Yeah, so that's what I currently do.
Yeah, I know consultancy is such a big word. There's a lot of things you do in
exactly.
Title you a consultant. All right, so is that a full-time job? Is that a full-time role?
Yes, I work full-time as a business analyst. Yeah.
Okay. Is it also what I want to ask you, is it an independent contractor role? Kind of.
No, okay. So I work with a consulting firm.
Okay.
I work with a consulting firm. So what they currently do is they have different services, right? And they consult for different organizations. So we get outsourced to different organizations to help them out with their businesses.
Oh, okay. So that's like the management consulting firm, like the Deloitte, something similar. Oh, yeah. Okay. Amazing. All right. I intentionally mentioned that independent consultancy thing because I know it's a thing in Canada, right?
Yes.
Some people just want to go that route rather than stick with an employer 9 to 5. Anyway, if I have the time, maybe I will just ask you a few questions in that. But let's move forward. So is this current job, is it your first job in Canada? And if it is not, what was your first job in Canada and how did you get it?
Okay. It's my first job in Canada.
Wow.
Yes. It's my first job in Canada, and I would say that my journey has been to the glory of God, right? I know like different people have different stories, but for me it was different. And the reason why I'm saying that is, so when we were coming to Canada, and I know because of the Lagos stress, the work wahala and all that, so I said I was going to take my time. Like I didn't want to just rush into getting a job. I just want to take my time and rest before searching for a job. And then when I came in, I think after a few months, I started with the all this orientation or new immigrant programs and all that. So I started that one just to keep body and soul together, right? Not staying back at home, and then to understand the work culture here. So I started that. I did that for a few months. And of course, while doing that, I learned a few things, coupled with the research that I've done before coming in, right? So then after that, I started searching for jobs, right? And this was not I think this was the only interview. Like this was the first interview that I had. I'm trying to remember now if I did any other one. This was the first BA interview that I had. And this is the job that I have. Though I did, few other ones. I did few other interviews not related to this one because based on my experience in Nigeria, I was a consultant in Nigeria. So my work experience was, consulting. I think I've been in consulting for like mostly all my, work experience life.
Yeah.
So based on that, I could fit into different roles. So I was trying to express that. So what I did was to kind of outline the roles I could fit in, right? So I wasn't just focusing on being a business analyst or project manager. So I listed, okay, what are the roles based on my experience? What can I do here, right? So I did a few interviews in those other roles, like the HR role, admin. I actually tried admin role. And they told me they can pay me, like my experience was more than what they have to offer, right? So
I know.
Yeah, so I did all those ones, but I went through with the business analyst role.
Wow. Actually, what you've just said is amazing, and I'm super sure that this might not be the general reality of most people, but this is amazing. Yeah, like your first job is your ideal job. And that's what you're still doing, even almost 4 years into it.
Yeah.
No, that's not the regular story.
It's not that I said my story to the glory of God.
I know, but
right?
that is amazing. And that's amazing. And another thing I connect with you is you talked about the immigration programs. I don't know, I know you're in Manitoba, I'm in Ontario. Is it also YMCA that is
Success Pews?
Okay, I don't know about
that. I think it's Manitoba based.
Is Manitoba based. I think ours also is Ontario based. And I'm not sure if most people are aware, but I know that most people take advantage of this government funded initiatives most times to probably make ends meet. But their career program, I think, is actually a very, very good one, because my husband and I also at some point we did this program, and that was where we learned how to polish our resume to align with the Canadian standard, and we got several connections, job positioning, referrals, and all that. And that was what we did. That was what worked for my husband. But as a then, I came in pregnant, so I was just going to look for something subtle so that I can get the EI benefit, the employment insurance, and later on look for the ideal job. But I love what you really said. I love that you said you listed all the various roles you could fit in. Do you want to throw more light on that?
Okay, thank you, Birla. So, when I was coming in, one of the I love to research a lot. So I did a lot of checks and all that, digging online, and one of the things I realized is when you come here, easily you can switch role. I mean, like not role, like your career path.
Absolutely.
Like if you have something in mind you really want to do, it's easy for you to just transition into it and get things rolling.
Yeah.
But when I was coming, I wanted to start from where I was, like, what is in your hand, right? What can
Mm,
you do
mm,
with what you have?
mm, mm,
If I have something at hand, why am I looking for something else? Like, if it's good
mm,
enough for me, right? So, and then because my work experience has been into consulting, I've done it like consulted for different organizations in Nigeria and in West Africa, as a whole. So which includes, implementation of ERP, management consulting, HR and payroll. So I had all those backgrounds.
mhm,
So when I came in, I listed all these things. Okay, with my experience, what can I do?
mhm,
Right. So I could fit in as a payroll manager or payroll admin. If I want to go into that, what do I need to do? Do I need to do certification? Do I need to
mm,
do some exams to fit into
mm,
that role? If I want to practice as HR or a recruiter,
mm.
whichever the case may be,
Yeah.
what do I need to do? Do I need certification to get into that role?
Mm,
Okay, consulting, which is like the largest, or I have like much more experience in that. Okay,
mm,
if I want to do that, what roles can I fit in? Okay,
mm,
BA, PM, I listed all those things.
mm,
At that point, I felt, okay, if I want to go into any of this, which one can I get right now? Like,
mm,
I don't have to. I made inquiries, like for the payroll. I called. I can't remember the body now again. Yeah, I reached out to them to know, the cost of the exams, what I need to do, how many semesters do I need to do, all those, things.
mhm,
Um, I listed the cost, related to it also, because
mhm,
I was just
mhm.
coming in. I don't want to, like, yes, I had my POF, but I need to plan as well, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, then, yeah, what else did I do? Yeah, those were the things I did. I listed all those things.
Mm.
And then I prepared my resume to fit in all those roles, right? So I
Yeah.
had like several resumes. I had
Several
resume for
resumes. That
HR,
is it.
I had resume for payroll, I had resume for
Wow.
BA, I had resume for
Mhm,
PM, I
mhm,
had resume for all of that. And
mhm,
then I started training my CV, my
mm,
resume,
mm,
right? So
mm,
I think one of the things I say is, for anyone coming in is to start from where you are. Like, don't throw your experience away, because like, one of the things I see when people get in here is, oh, they say, oh, IT is the main thing. I want to move into IT. But
mm.
I keep wondering, like, okay, what about your past experiences? Do you want to throw that in the mud?
Exactly.
Right. So that's one of the things I didn't, I wrote on my experience, my past experience. I didn't
Mm,
trash it, and it
mm.
helped me.
Awesome. Wow. Wow. This is fantastic. Light bulb moment. I was just writing down. I love how you captured it. Start from where you are. Start from where you are. Don't throw away your experience, because a lot of people out there, they are just coming in and they're like, oh, I need to do something. It's good if you're coming in to switch into your career dream, like something you've always wanted to do, and now you're in
Mhm.
an enabling environment, which you said you can be anything you want to be in this environment. If
Yeah.
being a lawyer had been your childhood dream, honestly, in no time you become a lawyer. It's the
Mhm.
environment is enabling. However, if it is based on what people are saying or based on uncertainty, I'm not sure if I'm going to get the job. This is the job that is moving. This is this and that. Well, the call today is start with what you have. Start from where you are. You also said that what can you do with what you have at hand? I love that. You have something at hand. Your experience is not a waste. Really, like we've spent a lot of time acquiring those experience. We didn't move to just come and trash it somewhere. I think the last the last question I want to ask you, which you've actually talked about, but I also know that some people believe that once you come into Canada, you just have to go to school. You have to go to school.
Hmm.
Yeah. See, I didn't go to school. And sometimes I just allow people go to school if you want to go to school. But here you didn't go to school too. And this is you thriving in your ideal job, which you got at first and still in it. Because what do you have to say about that school thing? Like, how do we balance it? You really go to school, right?
Sincerely, in my own opinion, I don't think so. In fact, I remember just now one of the roles I also applied for was customer service, because I also did support, like I did
Mm-hmm,
support in Nigeria. So
mm-hmm,
that's one of the roles that, so that people will say, oh no, but you didn't go into this and all that. Customer service, I also applied for that role. I wanted to, but eventually it didn't call me. Anyways, that one is another story. So for school, personally, I don't think you have to go to school. And again, it's still tied to the fact that people just want to come in and then ride with whatever is available, whatever they're hearing, or whatever someone is saying to them. Another thing I also want to say is that who are you listening to?
Absolutely.
Who are you listening to? That's very, very key, especially for those that are just coming in, right? Who are you listening to? For someone going into a new career path totally, it's understandable. Yeah, maybe you have, you need to have that skill. You need to, go to school to learn those skills and all that. But if you already have prior experience before coming in here, and you still want to, proceed without, that experience or that role that you're in, or that experience or that work line, then you don't have to go to school. Really, it's still left for individual anyways, but I don't think you really have to go to school. In this environment, I think what thrive most, or what employers are looking for, is your experience.
Yeah.
I've been consulting for over 10 years now, and I just got my CBAP, my business analysis certification professionals certifications last year when I was on maternity leave. I didn't need that to get a job. Right, it was my experience that helped me to get that job. Right, so I don't think so. Like in my own, and I'm trying to stretch it really, that in my own opinion, I don't think people really need to go to school. That time they are using, why not prepare yourself? Okay, I have experience in what supply chain, or whatever the case is. Okay, how does it apply here?
How do I convert?
Right?
Yeah.
How do I convert it here? How are they? Do I need certification?
Yeah.
To get that job or to get into that role? If you certification, why not? Right? But I think what people do is just come in. Oh, I want to go to school, and then go to school. And sincerely, I know people that they actually went to school, but at the time that I got my job, they didn't have the job yet. And I'm not mocking them or anything. I'm just trying to say that I don't think that's really the key.
Yeah, and you're right. It's not the school. What you just said is, it's not the school that actually justifies you getting a job. It's not about the school. So don't be misled. Don't have this boxed frame of mind that I come in and the next thing is position myself to go to school. And once I'm done with school, then the next thing is I get a job. It doesn't have to. I also know people here that have gone to school, and even afterwards, they're still trying to position themselves for a job. So that positioning is still what you're going to do. And she has talked about that positioning, how she listed out all the jobs, all the roles she could fit in based on what she has been enriched with all back from Nigeria. Like, I think that's fantastic. And that's the real job. She also said she has a resume for every role. Welcome to Canada. You must.
When I tell people coming, I said applying for a job is a job on its own.
Absolutely.
So you have to, like, I had Excel sheet. I had all the roles in the Excel sheet. I had like all the companies that I've applied to. What they require for some jobs, they would want you to have cover letter. Some don't.
Yeah.
The ones I sent cover letter to, I put in there the data I applied for the jobs, the roles. So I had all those.
You're consulting yourself.
So each time anyone gets back to me, I put it in there. If I don't hear anyone, I do cold call. I put it in there. The data I call them. I put it in there.
So
I need to got my leg. It was a job on its own. it was a job on its own. Like when I drop my kids at school and daycare, and when I finish my program, then I get back home. I sit on my computer. I have breakfast. Sit on my computer, and I'm there till I go to pick them up at 3:00.
Wow, that's its job actually. You're right. Looking for job here, it's job on its own. There's no fast, quick way to get it done.
No.
You
have to. A lot of effort.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. And just like you said, I'm in HR. I know that what we look out for is the skills, and it's you acquire the skills on the job. The experience you have deposited some skills in you. So that's why resume writing, extracting that skills is very important. You need to put it on their face. Let them see what you're skilled at.
Yeah.
And another thing is when you're looking at the job description, you would see the skills they are looking out for. Like, you would realize that you have the skills, so you must name it in your resume. Exactly, that's what they're looking for. Wow. She's been so interesting chatting with you. I know we're going to bring you back. We're definitely going to bring you back. But I just want to, a few things that I want our listeners and our viewers to note. You can come into Canada without going to school before you get your ideal job. This is Sheyi. He's in an ideal job. Almost 4 years now. She's going strong. You can come in without going to school and getting a perfect job. It's not about this is the rule. There's no rule of the game. Like, there is no rule. It's your mind. It's what your mind can accommodate. It's what you believe, and it's what effort you can put into. So, Sheyi, on a lighter note, I just want to ask you a very a very funny question. So in Canada, like the way we relax, well, that's not even relaxation. Honestly, I don't even know what we are doing. We travel so far in Canada. Like if you meet a typical Canadian, like their conversation is how they drove 10 hours, 20 hours, if at days, and they slept during the day. They continue next, and I'm like, is this life? Well, in Canada, that's life. So far, whether it's been driven or you have driven, it's in the same box. How far have you gone by road?
I think I've done like 2 hours.
2 hours? Yay! I'm your senior.
I've done 2 hours.
I'm your senior. Ours is 5 hours.
Okay, I'm planning to go further this year though. So let's
yeah, and it's actually interesting. Honestly, I realize it's interesting because because of the weather, the cold season, and all that. If you're not careful, you're just hiding for a very large part of the year. So when you have those long trips, you are able to engage the kids. You're able to see a lot of sightseeing and all that. Yeah. And our 5 hours was from Kitchener to Ottawa when we went to renew our passports.
Okay.
So that was
I did from Manitoba to Kenora. It was just about 2 hours thereabouts.
Oh, awesome.
Was it last year or 2 years ago? Yeah. It's not really.
I'm sure the 2 hours will look like the longest. Like,
my goodness. And the kids were just, are we there yet? I'm like, be patient. Right? Okay, mommy, can I have some water? Mommy, I want to use the bathroom. And I'm like, goodness, just 2 hours.
Just 2 hours. You need to stretch them for 5 hours. Stretch them for 5 hours. Wow. Awesome. It's nice having you around, Sheyi. Thank you so much for honoring the invitation. I look forward to bringing you back again. We will bring you back.
No problem.
Do you have any final words for our newcomers, people planning to come in, people that have just come in and still trying to find a job? Any last word to them?
I would say that, and these are the things I also tell people, is that one, prepare yourself. Like even before you land, like from wherever you're coming from, prepare yourself. Plan. I really love to plan. Like I love to plan ahead. If I want to achieve something, like let me just Then try and connect with people. Try and connect with people. So people may be busy here because, of course, we don't have luxury of, aid and all that we had in Nigeria. So we have to do a lot of things ourselves, right? But try and connect with people. LinkedIn is there. I have had several people reach out to me on LinkedIn. I've had to chat with people that I didn't know before, but I met them on LinkedIn and, we're able to help each other one way or the other.
Yeah.
So try and connect with people. It really helps. And then don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. Don't I don't want to go. Don't limit. Let me just be that. Don't limit yourself. I don't want to take much of our time again, right?
No, that's fine.
Don't limit yourself. I know people would come in and say, "Oh, they say this, and that," and they get stuck, right? They can't progress. They can't move further because they're just comfortable where they are. So don't limit yourself. Don't throw away your experience. If that is what you want to pursue, yes, you can achieve it.
There's room. Awesome. Connect with people, and you said it. Connect with people. like though, and the right people, because some people have actually gotten it wrong with the people they connected to. And yeah, so connect with the right people, ask questions. And how do you know the right people? Don't ask just one person, connect with so many people. And by the time you start hearing from them, you will be able to see, oh, this looks like what I want for myself. Right? Then you make your choice. Not that you're just listening to one person and it's just their narrative, and you don't know that there's actually another narrative outside that box. Anyway, there's a lot to say. Like I said, we're going to bring Seyi back again. Thank you, Seyi, for your time. Oluwalo Seyi for me. Yes. I know I'm going to still call you your full name. Thank you. And do enjoy the rest of your day. Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
Bye.